Welcome to the Check-In. I'm Andrew Kula. Thanks for joining us on our streaming app as we work to keep you informed throughout the day of our top local headlines. Now, here's what we're working on today. The Columbia City Council revealed that the city's revenue for 2025 is projected to fall short of the expected budget. This means the city could consider increasing certain local sales taxes. Additionally, the city has expressed concern over Missouri House Bill 432. This bill aims to prevent local sales taxes on food items. City staff tells us that if this bill passes, the city would lose more than $10 million annually.
If a reduction of $10.5 million were to happen without an additional revenue in its place to make up that money, the city would have to look at either cutting services or laying off individuals.
The bill was presented to the House in January, and the state has yet to vote on it. To learn more, visit our website, KOMU.com. A town hall for Republican U.S. Representative Mark Alford drew a large crowd frustrated over federal layoffs. Alford represents Missouri's 4th congressional district and the northern parts of Boone County through southern Kansas City. Around 150 people packed into a coffee shop in Belton, with Alford taking questions from constituents. Many attendees were frustrated with Alford over his support for layoffs in federal government. Alford tried to address the frustrations.
Government employees are going to be let go, and that's just the reality of it.
Alford went on CNN's The Source with Caitlin Collins later in the evening to defend his positions on federal firings. His team says they will look to book a larger venue the next time he holds a town hall. President Moon Choi sent a letter to faculty and staff following proposed federal budget cuts. Almost no federally sponsored research contracts and grants have been affected after the Trump administration ordered changes to NIH funding. The university says it will come up with a plan of action to identify areas where the university may have to reduce spending. MU Provost Matt Martin spoke to media yesterday afternoon. Martin says it's best to be prepared in case of a major cut.
This type of scenario planning, I think, is really responsible, because if the cuts don't emerge, or if they are fairly minimal, then you don't have to enact them. But if there are cuts that do come to fruition, you're not scrambling at the last minute.
The Vice Chancellor of Research also spoke regarding the email. He says right now, MU is carrying on as normal. The letter says most cuts will likely come out of the budget for fiscal year 2026, which starts July 1st. It was only sent to the MU campus, not the other 3 schools in the UM system. A project installation caused a downtown road closure for several hours yesterday. The city of Columbia closed the westbound lane of East Walnut Street between Orr and 10th Street, diverting cars on their morning commute. Now the results, a new sculpture that will stand on the corner of the Walnut building facing the street. The building's owner commissioned local sculptor Larry Young. Young, a Columbia native, has several sculptures around the city. He said he's excited for Columbia residents to get to interact with his work downtown.
So it's actually 22 feet tall, 23 and a half feet wide, and about 12 foot deep. So you'll be able, and it's called Cosmic Portal. The idea is that you'll be able to walk right through it into the North Village Art District and the Walnut Building, and it'll be cool.
Firefighters in Branson say an explosion at a hotel was caused by a natural gas leak. Officials say a natural gas line ruptured minutes before the explosion, shattering windows and damaging the building's exterior. One hotel employee sustained minor injuries. No guests were in the hotel at the time of the explosion. That's what we're working on for now. We'll have a full newscast coming up on KOMU-8 News at noon. I'm Andrew Kula. Thanks for checking in.